Today I'm taking you on a tour of this beautiful European-inspired, custom, brand new, modern home built by none other than Loudermilk Custom Homes in the heart of Chastain Park in Sandy Springs, Georgia. And it's got one of the nicest outdoor living spaces that I've seen in quite some time. Can't wait to show it to you. You're gonna wanna stick around for that. I'm Terence Richardson. I'm your Atlanta realtor with EXP Realty. Join me as I explore this property, really as we explore this property from top to bottom. Property tour coming up right now. All right, let's get started with the property tour, shall we? So here we are at 5211 Powers Ferry Road, taking a look at this beautiful European-inspired custom luxury home. It's just recently finished by Loudermilk Custom Homes. It's a 5-bedroom, 6.5 bath, over 10,000 square feet of finished space. And if you've watched my channel before, if you've followed my videos, you'll see that this property has some similarities with the other Loudermilk property that I featured, but it's different. The one on Lake Forest and this property, while sharing some similarities, are different houses. So you'll see differences in the property. I'll point them out. So first and foremost, you're looking at a nice long drive that comes up. This drive here is all concrete. It's a 2+ acre lot. It's just about 2.06, I believe. Now, one of the other big differences between the two properties is as you go through this porte cochere, you've got a 5-car garage instead of a 4-car garage. So we're gonna explore this side first. I'm gonna take you through the garage just because this is completely separate. So I'm gonna show you the courtyard real quick. So you've got obviously 3 bays on this side and an additional 2 here. And then there's a door to the left that goes inside the property. But since we're here, let me show you this side. So it's got an unfinished space above the garage base that would be a perfect office. And it could be a lot of different things. I'm gonna have you tell me what you think it could be. But first and foremost, you have this space here. So you've got the epoxied floors. This would be a fantastic workshop, I think. And then the 3-car garage is on this side. Nice and wide. You've got good electric service that comes in for electric vehicles. Just have to install the charging. And then through this door here, you have unfinished space above. Let's go check that out. Okay. Perfect spot for an office. Or, I mean, depending on how you finish it, maybe a guest suite. Because you have more space over here that could potentially be finished. And because the floor doesn't go, I mean, they have it cordoned off, but there's a world of possibilities here, as you can see. Got a kitchen, another bathroom. Now you have a detached suite from the house. I would also like to point out that there's no AC up here. It is extremely hot. I mean, when I say extremely hot, it's extremely hot. Why is that relevant? Why would I show you that in the video? Because I'm gonna show you something else a little bit later that is really impressive actually, with the rest of the attic space over the main portion of the house. Okay, let's take a look at the main house. So for those of you watching out of market, Atlanta is the city in the forest. So you've got all of these huge mature trees everywhere. They basically cover most of Atlanta. We're not a concrete jungle over here. So Property stands out really nicely. I like the accent, the black accents against the white. Now the entrance is impressive. Love the, got the gas-fed lanterns on either side here. Huge front door, it's an M-Tech. Now all of the doors, they're a mix of M-Tech with restoration hardware. Let's step inside and show you this beautiful home. So I mentioned you're gonna see some similarities and you're gonna see some very big differences between these two properties. So this is a grand entrance foyer, 2-story foyer. Got the chandelier, nice double tray up there. Custom handrails. And that goes all the way down to a finished landing. Now this house does have an unfinished basement. I would like to point out, because I know that we're gonna get comments on it, that the builder has a design arm called Loudermilk Designs. And through Loudermilk Designs, people can work with the builder to finish out any kind of space they want to their exact needs, build to suit basically. So whether it's the unfinished basement, whether it's closet space, that option is available to anybody who purchases this home. So right off of the foyer, you have these French doors that lead into this room right here. Now, most of the rooms in the house have this visual comfort. It's like an LED ambient lighting that goes in that recess space. This would be a fantastic office. A really good size, right? Across from the office, you've got your dining room. So formal dining here. I really like that light fixture. I think it looks really good. And you see that recessed lighting with the LED that can, I believe, become any color you might want. You've got the speaker system. So there's some nice smart features in this home. You'll notice that the trim package, it's a 10-inch baseboard with a cap. They've got that throughout the whole property. Now the floors, you'll see these floors throughout most of the entire house. Now upstairs, you'll find some carpet, but throughout most of the home, these are basically ebony stained red oak floors. Site finished, really nice hardwoods. And then this opens up into this really big great room. Got the fireplace there, some built-ins on either side. It's a wide, wide fireplace. It's a statement piece, right? Nice chandelier. And then that opens up to this kitchen. Now there are similarities between the two kitchens. This kitchen in this house and the one on Lake Forest. They both have the double islands. Kitchen designs are very similar. You've got the built-ins on this side. Huge Sub-Zero refrigerator over here. And the appliances are a mix of Sub-Zero and Wolf. Got your double dishwashers. Huge 60-inch Wolf gas range and vent hood. Just another view of the kitchen and great room from this side. Fantastic house for entertaining. And these are quartz countertops. You see the tile backsplash. With this type of a configuration, it's nice and open, easy to entertain, right? Nice sunroom on this side. And you're getting glimpses of the outdoor living. We're gonna come back to that and take you over here first. So similar to the other house, you've got this space right here. So you got a butler's pantry on the way to the dining room. It's got a little sink, some refrigeration there. And then it also has a prep kitchen. Now it's a different configuration. This one, a little bit more of a galley that doesn't have an island, but it still has a lot of countertop space and everything you might need for a catering crew to come in and prep meals here while you focus on what you do best, which is probably entertaining guests, enjoying life, right? And then over here, got a nice sized mudroom. So you've got some built-ins, lockers, room for shoes. And then this door here goes to the 2-car garage that is currently occupied, so we're not gonna necessarily peek in there. But before we check out the rest of the main level, I wanted to show you, this is the door that I was talking about when we were in the courtyard. So just another view. I like this setup. I think that having the 3-car perpendicular to the 2-car on this side, I just prefer that configuration. Honestly, I like the space above the garage. What would you use that space for? Drop a comment, let me know. I'm using it probably as a recording studio and office. Okay, let's go and take a look at the primary suite. So on the way to the primary suite is the half bathroom. Got this floating vanity, some built-in fixtures, sconces with mirror. I like that fixture. And then you also have space for an elevator. So this goes down into the basement, goes up to the 2nd floor. And if you wanted to have an elevator put in, you could. And then over here is the entrance to the primary suite. Now, I would like to specify that this home has 2 owner suites. So there's another one upstairs. This is the one on the main level. As a reminder, the closets are purposely left undone so that whoever purchases this home can get exactly what they want. So you definitely have builders that will finish out these spaces. When they put the house on the market, it's already done. Loudermilk, because of their design arm, they leave them blank, and people buying their homes, they have an opportunity to customize it according to their needs and wants. See again with the ambient visual comfort lighting. Nice picture window. Good sized water closet. And these are huge vanities. So they're separated. Really great size. That was one closet that we saw. There's another one here that we're gonna peek into in a moment. I'm gonna quickly show you this huge shower. So we got the frameless glass, everything's tiled, and you've got a mix of shower heads and fixtures on that side. You've got your rainfall, and then you've got another one over there with a bench. So it's a good sized shower. And that opens up into this closet space over here. So between the two, and you can build, I mean, especially with the tall ceilings, really, really nice space in here. Would I have liked to have seen what they would have built? Absolutely. But I understand their philosophy of allowing people who buy their homes to get exactly what they want through the design process. So as you can see, it's got its own private laundry. It's convenient. If you notice how tall the ceilings are, we're looking at 12-foot ceilings everywhere. So that's the primary bathroom. And then over here, we've got the primary bedroom. Lots of windows. Have another view of the outdoor living. Great fireplace that kind of anchors the space together. And of course, you've got a door there that'll go to the covered veranda. We'll check that space out in a little bit. So now the question is up or down next, and I think I'm going to take you up. Okay. So we've got a nice landing up here. Got the hardwoods that continue throughout the hallway. Just a look at the chandelier and down to the foyer. And then we're greeted with this space. This huge, huge loft. You see the 12-foot ceilings on this floor too? Over here we have laundry for the upstairs bedrooms. It's a decent size. And then the closet is over here. It's a really good sized closet. It has its own private ensuite bathroom. And then if you had the elevator, this is where it would arrive. Here's that second owner's suite. So you've got a closet here. A little smaller. Across from it, another similar closet, similar size closet here. Bathroom. Similar setup to the one downstairs. And then the vanities are smaller. Still a good size though. And you have extra storage on either side, and then the shower. So the shower is also very similar. Same number of fixtures. Just a little smaller, it feels like. So rather than have the vanities come all the way out, they built these two closets on either side. So you can have linens in here, use them for storage. And here is the bedroom. Now from up here, you've got a great view of that outdoor living. No fireplace here, but you've got big spaces on either side if you wanted to put built-ins in. And then when I showed you just how hot it was in the garage attic, let me show you this attic here. So with how tall the ceilings are, you don't have pull down stairs, right? You need a dedicated staircase to get up here. And this is huge. And it's nice and cool up here. There's spray foam insulation everywhere, cathedral ceilings. It continues. And it's so comfortable up here. So, I'm telling you, spray foam insulation makes a world of difference in terms of energy efficiency and keeping your house nice and cool. Because if it's this cool in the attic, I mean, you can only imagine what the rest of the house is gonna be like, right? I know not everybody would show you this space. I think it's pretty cool. And I know there are some of you who appreciate seeing those spaces. Let me show you the rest of this level, and then we're gonna check out probably the basement, and then I'll show you the outdoor living. So a long hallway. Got this huge space. So there's no closet in this space. Could be like a TV room or a game room or something. Drop a comment, let me know what you're using this space for. And you've got this bedroom. Now this bedroom has a surprise. Walk-in closet. Got your ensuite bathroom right here. Tub shower combo, tiled to the ceiling. And then what would normally be unfinished attic space, they went ahead and they finished it. So it takes a couple steps down. And then over the garage, you got this cool space. Yeah, what do you think? I like that they finished it. But it, in my view, makes this bedroom that much more interesting. Maybe if you've got a couple different people that are competing for it, see who gets it, right? Nice extra space. And over here, we've got another bedroom. You can see, I mean, this is a huge bedroom. Huge. So walk-in closet on this side. This one's definitely bigger than the one that we just came from. Nice view of the courtyard. And then it's private ensuite bathroom over here. So these secondary bathrooms have the tub showers. All right, let's go check out the basement and then we'll check out the outdoor living. So as we head into the basement, if you haven't already done so, consider subscribing. Hit the bell notification button. I'll let you know every time that I release a tour. Every Tuesday at 4 p.m. is a given, but every once in a while I've got a bonus video for you. If you do choose to subscribe, thank you. I appreciate your support. So as you can see, the landing here is finished. The rest of the basement is not. So as a reminder, Loudermilk Custom Homes, through their design arm, Loudermilk Designs, they can finish all of the space for you. Whoever buys the house has an opportunity to work with them and have it finished however they want. But it's framed, it's stubbed. All it takes is someone's vision. And if you need help with that vision, hey, they can help. Mechanical closet on this side. Now there is something cool down here. So I'm going to show that to you right now. Check out this feature. So if you're going to use this side as the social space, nice daylight that comes in, you've got this wall of windows with a sliding glass door. So these don't collapse into the wall, so they'll open, 2/3 of the way. But you've got this covered patio, and it'd be very easy to have a path that goes up to the pool area. So I thought this was a neat feature. It's already wired there for speakers. You got the lights and the ceiling fan. The rest of it just needs your imagination or Loudermilk Designs. Okay, let's go take a look at the outdoor living. Man, I love that wall of windows, sliding glass door. It's a 20-foot sliding glass door that will completely disappear into the wall. I'm gonna show you guys that in a moment. Now, I said I would demonstrate how these doors fold into the wall because it's a pocket door system, unlike what we saw in the basement, which will open 2/3 of the way. This will open and fold all the way. So look at how amazing this is. Now, today, trust me, is not the day to open all of this up, not with how hot it is. It's 95, something crazy like that. But in the colder months, you have all of that fresh air that comes into the space. And I think it's a really cool feature. How do you like the sliding door? Drop a comment, let me know your thoughts.
A few moments later.
The joys of shooting video. Look at that. Now what's really nice about this is when you have a covered veranda like this, then you're shielded from the elements. Now not only is this a really nice saltwater heated pool, but it's got its own rainfall feature. Look at that, isn't that cool? All kidding aside, when it rains, you have the ability to come out here, enjoy it if you're the type of person that loves just the calm that thunderstorms bring. You are away from the elements under here, but you still get to enjoy. Actually, I think that that's quite the sight. Got an open concept cabana. Take a look at that in a moment as well. Cool feature for those who like to lounge around the pool and put your little sun chairs on this little deck here. And it's got a built-in hot tub with a nice little waterfall feature there. Pretty cool. And this cabana This is an awesome space as well. Fire pit, that fire is going. Right above the fire pit in the back, room for another TV. And you've got this built-in grill, lots of countertop space. Looks like a granite countertop of some kind of stone at the very least. It's I think a good sized yard. It's nice and fenced in. View back to the house. That space that I was talking about in the basement, you can see right there. I think it would make sense to build a path that would go this way and find a way to connect up here, right? Now, in addition to that, this outdoor space also has a bathroom. And it's not just a half bath. Let me show it to you. So we've got a full bathroom right here. So you're never having to go inside with wet clothes or salt. You can just use the pool, have fun, and then come rinse it all off before you go inside. And then on the opposite side, you have a little storage room. Of course, if you have a shower there, you need a water heater. So good spot for pool equipment. And I think it's a nice little cabana. So if you're gonna go watch more property tours, I've got a great one you're not gonna wanna miss. Before that, if you haven't already done so, consider subscribing and hitting that bell notification button. I release these type of brand new construction tours every single week on Tuesdays. Would love to have you be a part of our YouTube family. As always, I'm Terence Richardson, your Atlanta realtor with EXP Realty. And if you'd like my help to buy or sell real estate anywhere in Metro Atlanta, or maybe you need to be connected with a great agent in your area, I can definitely help with both of those things if you visit this website here to contact me. Now that tour that I was promising, it's this one right here. Absolutely stunning, don't miss it. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you on the next one.